The beginning was quite accidental. One of our early goals was to create lifelong soccer fans. We all realized around a similar time that we had to play 3 or 4 games to get to a good match, to get to a game that actually pushed our teams. We started to speak about forming a league of the top teams, not based on our area of location, but based on bringing the top teams together.
I think it was frustration in what was happening in the game here at that particular time. Having lived and experienced real football nations and what was happening in the rest of the world with youth football, knowing that we could make a difference because there were many flaws that we felt needed to be fixed.
20 years ago, there was no organized spring soccer league across Northern California. We got the idea that this could be something we could do in the future. It was an easy way into the spring, still allowed kids to play baseball, but allowed us to also not lose touch with the game for 3 or 4 months.
Because of the environment at that time, there was no fixing it, other than to try and start something new and different. And so collectively, we felt our experience, knowledge, and in some cases expertise, we would be able to guide the game in a better direction for the future of youth football and beyond.
We said, you know, we need to do something up in NorCal to give the player a better chance to develop. The early days were, it was fun because it was more like a small circle. It was almost like a big NorCal family. Very, very family style kind of a restaurant. By 2004 February, NorCal was born, and the rest of the history.
Of course, we weren't received with open arms amongst many. However, we just kept doing the right thing for the right reason.
Early challenges were we couldn't even have the referee sanctioning body sanction or educate referees for us. So we got a huge backlash from the existing power structure that threw roadblocks. Some of us lost contracts of clubs we were working with. We were maligned both in written communication to the entire membership. We thought the most important thing, we realized very early that none of the directors of the clubs had ever had meetings. The presidents of these leagues did, but we were always on the field. So very quickly, we tapped into the brain trust, which is the leaders of the clubs. I think by tapping into the people that eat, live, and dream football, getting their assistance in developing the overall soccer structure was extremely helpful to moving everything to where it is today.
It wasn't about personal gain and/or power, but more of just being able to create a better mousetrap and change the level and the direction, hopefully forever.
Well, the hardest part was the culture. Soccer was seen more as a season. That was one of the challenges. The other one was going and knocking each door around of the club and trying to say, hey, can we do something more than what was existing for the kids at that time? So that was a lot of convincing, and then try to create a model that was working, then go to another area and say, oh, look at that area, they're doing it and it's successful. So why you don't repeat them? And so that was also part of the strategy to grow the game more year-round.
We understand there's only so many spots professionally and collegiately for kids to take. So if they become a board member, a referee, a parent, or just watch games on a Saturday or Sunday, that we've done our job. So of slowly transforming the culture so that soccer is the top sport in Northern California, and I believe participation-wise it is.
Yep, standing.
What's changed is now we've raised the level of the game because of, again, the educational opportunities that we've presented to the membership, both domestically but as well as internationally. We've been taking coaches and directors of coaching over to Europe now for 20 plus years, really, and exposing them to the game outside of the United States. And most of all, I think just kind of reigniting their passion for the game. When you see it being done differently at a different level, at a professional environment or even amateur environment overseas, it does have a huge impact.
We're so critical of ourselves and on a path to improvement. We're always thinking, what can we do better? And so we're not patting ourselves on the back, we're thinking what's next and how can we further develop the game, our organization, and ourselves so that we can improve what we're providing to ultimately the players.
It's been an amazing 20-year journey. And to think back in the early years, first 5 years, and again, the obstacles, hurdles, challenges that we had. There's been a lot of great highlights. Obviously, our college showcase events have grown and grown year after year, and presenting the young student athletes with opportunities to play at the next level while also achieving their academic goals, and watching that grow and the hundreds, I guess not even hundreds, the thousands of children, boys and girls who have been recruited through our showcases over the 20 years just remains something, that's very cool, very special.
To me, it's like my third baby. I had two sons, and then NorCal is irreplaceable as far as experience in life. And see how the game has grown, and the numbers of players and the number of kids that played the game from 20 or even 10 years ago has been really, really rewarding, even if there is still a lot more to do, of course.
It means a lot of friendship. It means helping spread the world's game, which connects us to the global community. I think there's nothing better than playing football. Next best thing is to coach football. Next best thing is to be an organizer of football and maybe a referee for those that do it, or a supporter. But I think that's what's special, is we are helping bring the world's game to 100,000 plus kids in Northern California with the assistance of some incredible people that are leading these clubs and these silent volunteers and parents that drive their kids. So no, I'd like to thank the ball for being round, not always going where it should, but
football been very, very good to me.
Thanks to all the people that are involved in NorCal, because I know that if tomorrow when I'm not around, it will be in good hands.
The leaders that have stepped up and through a big risk of changing the direction their clubs were headed and to take the big step into the unknown, looking back, that is something that was a huge step. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
We had a revolving board of directors over the 20 years, and there's been some wonderful people. The membership, the directors of coaching, and people that are making the game better for all kids in all communities. There is no I in team, that's for sure.